A 70-meter length story of break oaths, vengeance and bloodbath is set to be displayed in the UK. No, he's not the newest EastEnders scenario but the Bayeux Gobelin, unsown history of the Norman absorption of England, consisting one of the largest renowned battles in UK story. There's the history in 6 key scenes, as outlined by Reed Musée, wherever a copy of the Gobelin is posted, and story lecture Dr. Levi Small-Fry. The images under are undertaken of the copy, that is lightly various of the unique. He's 1064 and Harold, the Count of Wessex, has been saved by William of Normandy following proper castaway in northern France. Time down there, Harold swears and vow on sacred relics. The Roman specification of Harold's pledge does not say which the vow is but it is wide recognized as creature in supporting of William of Normandy subsequent Edward as Tsar of England. Harold's sibling-in-law Tsar Edward, as well named as Edward the Spiritual Father, has been on the altar with 1042. Medieval Story Lecture at the College of Exeter. Dr. Levi Small-Fry says oaths were utilized as a really certainly shape of provided certainty how you would do thing, love a type of downward fee. Down there are tales of saints wreaking revenge on such who break down their vow, Dr. Small-Fry says. On January 5, 1066, Tsar Edward Day, and the big issue in the stage is, will Harold adhere to his vow? The Gobelin shows the Tsar's burial at Westminster Abbey and Harold break his pledge by receiving the proposed to be the new Tsar of England. The stage is one of the at first depictions of the abbey in story, Dr. Small-Fry says. Tsar Edward converted it of a little convent in a considerable abbey, knowledge it would one day be his definitive vacationer location, he adds. Harold is top Tsar of England, news story that quickly spreads through the canal to William. William claims the altar should be his and decides to assault. He and his men get to job preparation sea vessels to crucifix to England and struggle behind versus Harold. Dr. Small-Fry points out how the sea vessels nod to the Normans' oceanfaring history in their links to Varangian. Yet, he says it as well shows the scope of the enterprise since down there were not almost quite sea vessels for the mission. On 28 September 1066, William's troop achieve earth at Pevensey Bay in East Sussex and march on to Hastings. One of the at first things William does is construct a lock. Castles are new to the UK Isles, but not the planet. The is one of the key features of mainland civilization the Normans give in them and becomes a feature characteristic of the winning, Dr. Small-Fry says. Nearly a monthly after, the couple are prepared to person every some and fight above who should by right be on the altar. Following a drop of a equine, William's military are not certainly sames yet live and are thought on receding. He open his hat to shaw his person and promote his men to struggle on. In his armor on, he looked lot love any some man. Dr. Small-Fry says the fight came up coats of weapon were turned on in armor to identification the soldiers. The end of the fight and Harold's die is recognized as the largest renowned stage of the Gobelin. It is the time how decides the close-fought fight, says Dr. Small-Fry. He describes it as the culmination of the whole AMD creature said by the Gobelin. Proverb, Harold is now receive his rebuff, the vow switch gets his vengeance. But that one is he? The mythology goes how Harold was annihilated by an pointer in the site, as allocated in our image, but historians are not completely certainly how's him.